Welcome to the hydrangea trials at the University of Minnesota Landscape Arboretum. I'm Julie Weisenhorn, Extension Horticulture Educator.
And I'm Brandon Miller, Assistant Professor in the Department of Horticultural Science. Hydrangeas are some of Minnesota gardeners' favorite flowering shrubs. They're hardy, adaptable, and provide long-blooming, dramatic flowers in our Minnesota landscapes.
These flowering shrubs have few pest issues, and they adapt to lots of different kinds of soil types. They're best grown in a location like this that receive about 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. And hydrangea flowers provide a lot of winter interest when left on the plant through the winter.
When and how to prune hydrangeas for the best bloom depends on the species. In this video, we'll look at 3 hydrangea species for Minnesota landscapes and discuss pruning equipment, techniques, and timing. Let's start with your pruning equipment. When pruning hydrangeas and other flowering shrubs, you'll want to use a bypass hand pruner and a bypass lopper. Bypass pruners and loppers provide a clean cut without crushing the stems. Pruners are used for branches up to 1/2 inch in diameter, while a lopper is used for branches up to 1 inch in diameter. Don't try to cut large branches with a smaller tool because you can damage the plant and possibly strain your hand.
Keep your pruning equipment clean and the blades sharp and oiled to reduce rust. You can use any type of oil, canola or vegetable oil, WD-40, honing oil, or household 3-in-1. Spray the oil and then rub it on all the metal parts. Wipe off any excess with a cloth. Disease can be moved between plants on pruning equipment. Disinfect your equipment between cuts and before you move on to the next plant. More details on how to clean and disinfect your tools is available on our Extension, Yard, and Garden webpage. If you think your plants may have a disease issue, you can also send a sample to the University of Minnesota Plant Disease Clinic. Instructions for how to submit a sample are found on the webpage.
Now let's take a look at different pruning techniques and when to use them. Heading cuts are used to redirect growth or shorten small branches. Heading cuts consist of cutting back the end of a branch to just above the next bud. Removing the buds at the end of the branch encourages growth from buds further down along the stem. We use heading cuts to remove the old flowers on a hydrangea like this Panicle hydrangea. When making a heading cut, the high point should be about 1/4 inch above a bud. Thinning out is the complete removal of a branch to the nearest lateral branch or main trunk. Thinning is used to remove dead or diseased branches, as well as crossing branches. All types of hydrangeas can benefit from thinning. Remove the branch as close to the base as possible without damaging nearby branches. Avoid removing more than 30% of the branches or 1/3 of the plant because this can reduce plant vigor. Renewal pruning is used when a shrub with many stems has become overgrown or damaged by deer browse. Using a hand pruner or a lopper, cut all the stems down to about 6 inches tall. Take this opportunity to remove very large stems and to clear out debris that has collected at the shrub base.
It's especially important to identify which species of hydrangea you're working with because there are different requirements for each. Let's look at the 3 most popular species encountered in Minnesota landscapes. Hydrangea paniculata or Panicle hydrangea is a sun-loving hydrangea species, and there are many great cultivars for Minnesota landscapes. These summer flowering shrubs range from 4 to 20 feet tall and wide. The flowers are conical shaped and bloom on new growth. Using a heading cut, remove the dead flowers to just above a fat bud. You can prune these plants in fall, late winter, or early spring. However, the flower heads provide really nice winter interest in your landscape, so we recommend pruning in late winter or spring. Some common panicle hydrangeas you'll see in Minnesota landscapes are Quick Fire, Limelight, First Edition's Berry White, First Edition's Vanilla Strawberry, and Unique PG Hydrangea.
Hydrangea macrophylla, or bigleaf hydrangea plants, produce buds in summer to early fall, about August to September. These buds will produce next year's flowers, so prune these shrubs after they finish blooming in the summer or before August. Like with the panicle hydrangea, use a heading cut to remove the flowers. An exception is Endless Summer, the original bigleaf hydrangea, and other cultivars in the Endless Summer series from Bailey Nurseries, including Blushing Bride, Bloomstruck, Summer Crush, and Twist and Shout. These plants grow well in full sun and well-drained, evenly moist soil. Endless Summer hydrangeas bloom on both last year's growth and the stems that grow this year, so they should bloom whether you prune them or not. Prune these plants to create a nice rounded form. Remove spent blooms using a heading cut and prune off any damaged stems as well. Hydrangea arborescens, or smooth hydrangea plants, bloom on new growth, so prune these shrubs in late winter or early spring. Remove dead flower heads and broken branches. If your smooth hydrangea has become overgrown, use renewal pruning to cut these hydrangeas down to the ground in the spring. Some favorite smooth hydrangeas are the selections in the Invincible series, Incredible and Annabelle.
Hydrangeas are a favorite in Minnesota landscapes. Keep your plants healthy and thriving with properly timed pruning techniques.
For more information on trees and shrubs, including hydrangeas, visit our Extension Yard and Garden website.
Happy gardening!